Hello folks, it's time for another cooking video. I'm not doing these because I have nothing else to do. I'm just too busy doing other things to get out on the trail and do some good hikes. Akila and I went for a hike this morning just around our Greenway Trail, which I think I've taken you on a few times already, so I don't want to keep going there. If you really want to see hiking videos though, there's a channel I've just discovered. It's a real new channel, only has maybe 100 or so subscribers. You're welcome to go and check them out. It's called Upward Falling, and it's two sisters that young girls that go hiking down around the southern western part of North Carolina. They have some really good videos, great waterfall hikes, and they're very entertaining, kind of young giggly girls that are having a good time. So if you need hiking videos and I'm not giving them to you, check them out. I think they could use a few subscribers and a few viewers. I think their videos are getting less than 100 views, but I really like them. I think they're very encouraging, and they're very, very beautiful areas they go to. So check that out. And of course, you can always go to Kiefer Hikes. Kiefer is up in the Elkin, North Carolina area, which is the northwest. They're in the southwest and he's in the northwest, and he does a lot on the Mountains to Sea Trail. So if you need hiking videos, go see those two people. They're young channels and they do some good stuff, good hiking, and we'll be out. I got some A-liner videos coming up about some changes and modifications to the A-liner I think are revolutionary that you might like. And then we're traveling to Florida for the Tampa RV show. So if you're interested in different RVs, we're going to do a really good review of different RVs. I think we'll have probably 3 shows out of that. Small RVs, medium RVs, and great big monster RVs is how we're probably going to break it up. So, and we'll hopefully the new A-liners will be there. I'll give you a look at those too. So today I was going to do a lasagna in the Cosori Instant Pot, and one of the ways you do that is you have a small springform pan where you put it all in the springform pan, put it down in the Cosori, and steam it in roughly about 10 minutes. It makes wonderful lasagna. And you can even do it with no-cook noodles, and it comes out really nice. Unfortunately, I can't find a springform pan that will fit in my Cosori. I mean, there's not a lot of options around here. I think for mine, as a 6-quart, I think you'd need a 6-inch springform pan. This is an 8-inch from Walmart, and it won't fit because of the snap scrapes on the side, and I don't want to hurt the pan. But this is an interesting recipe for vegetarian lasagna. And again, I'm on my diet. I'm doing good, and I'm losing weight, and I'm trying to eat more vegetables. We all need to eat more vegetables, and you could obviously modify this up to use meat. I was gonna put chicken in it, but then I realized that probably would be too big and fat. But anyways, let's start cooking for vegetable lasagna. Now, I've done most of the prep because I thought it would take me longer, but then I thought, you know, it didn't take me as long as I thought, and I did it pretty easy. So, what are you watching? Get. So right now I'm doing the onion, and I usually take a whole onion, cut it in half, cut slices in it, and then get the dicings out of it, and that's diced onion. Not a whole lot of onion. I'm not a big onion lover unless they're really well cooked and they're really sweet onions. This lasagna is going to have, it's a vegetable lasagna. It's going to have carrots, zucchini, spinach, and I always use frozen spinach because it's already wilted, and you just got to thaw it. You just dip it in hot water, and it's all chopped up and everything. You don't have to do anything to it. Regular spinach, you got to pull the stems out of the center of the leaves because the stems are stringy and chewy. These guys, when they do it, they chop it up and blanch it so much it doesn't matter. We've got some cilantro here, which I bought at Walmart, and it's pretty limp, but it should add some flavor, I'm sure. And then of course the bad part about any lasagna is that it's a lot of cheeses. We got ricotta cheese, we got Parmesan, Reggiano cheese, we got mozzarella cheese. If you're lactose intolerant, lasagna isn't good for you no matter what. So we're going to put this together. Oh, and we've also got some shiitake mushrooms. I always buy shiitake mushrooms because they have some real good properties for virus prevention and sickness and immunity up. And so we've got most of our stuff ready here for the vegetables. Now we have to put the cheeses all together, the onions and the little stuff, mix that all together so it's a nice layer of flavor. We're going to do that in this little tiny bowl. I think I need a bigger bowl. Bigger bowl. There we go. So we're going to put the whole thing of ricotta cheese in here. And then we're going to put the onions in there. You could of course cook those up a little bit beforehand to get them a nice glazed. We're going to put a package of shredded mozzarella in here. Something I rarely do, but I had this left over from a pizza I made. Come on, get down in there. Then we're going to put roughly a tablespoon of Parmesan. And I know it's not the same, but it's easier. Maybe 2 tablespoons. It's all cheese. I'm going to stir that all up with a fork. Okay. To make my carrot ribbons, these are carrot ribbons, or carrot noodles, whatever you want to call them. I just take a carrot and I cut off the ends and I set it on the countertop and just peel it. So in one spot, so that the ribbons just come off. That's the only way I know to do carrots like that. Zucchinis are a little different. You can do zucchinis the same way. The first slice is probably no good because it's all skin. You just hold it and make zucchini ribbons. You need a pretty big slicer though, or peeler, because otherwise you'll be knocking if it's a fat zucchini, you got to have a zucchini peeler that's big enough to go the whole width of the zucchini. The other way you can do it is with a banjo slicer, and you get decent zucchini noodles. You just got to be real careful with these things with your fingers. Or you'll end up... Akila, I don't really think you're into zucchinis. I'm going to just cut up the cilantro, kind of dice it up. And then the mushrooms. I'm going to chop the mushrooms up a little bit. No, I do not measure. I just do it so I think it looks good. Mushrooms, I like them to be the size that I won't really notice them when I'm eating them. I didn't used to like mushrooms, but I do now. But I still like to have them so I can't tell what they're doing. There's somebody around my feet. Akila, get out of here. Good boy. I'm just kind of folding this into the cheese mixture. Get everything in there nice. This is not a how-to video by any means. This is a what I do video. And it may not work at all. Who knows? All right. Let me get the pan. We've buttered our pan. We're using a small pan because this is just for me. We have way too many vegetables here, but that's all right. They're vegetables. They're cheap. We're going to put a little layer of the marinara sauce in the bottom. And this is a secret family recipe for marinara sauce, so I can't really tell you how we made this or where it came from because it's a secret. You know, I wouldn't want to embarrass my family. And then we're going to put a couple of zucchinis on top of that. And the opposite direction, we're going to put some carrots. We're going to build this up. I only really want one layer because otherwise it doesn't cook very well. Okay, now I'm going to put the noodles on top of that. See how that is? Marinara, zucchini, now noodles. And I am using whole wheat noodles. I always only eat whole wheat pasta anymore. If you've had whole wheat pasta, the flavor is so incredibly more. For people who don't like whole wheat, I guess that's an issue. But for me, whole wheat pasta is much better. I'm kind of rushing through this because I'm starved to death. I forgot to thaw the spinach. I only use, again, because it's me, I only use half a box of spinach. Okay, we've got the spinach here out of the warm water that it was thawing in. And we're just kind of putting that around. We probably could have used the whole box. I only used half the box. But then on top of that, we put a little of the cheese, mushroom, onions, and all that stuff. Just kind of putting that around. And really, these layers should be fairly thin. You don't want to make any layer too thick because it doesn't hold together. And of course, it'll come out of your pan when you're not looking. Well, it smells good though already. And if I didn't mention that the oven is preheated to 350, and this will take about 30 minutes to cook. Now we put some more. Now we start all over again. Another layer of the secret homemade recipe of marinara sauce. Spread that around pretty good. And again, we put on some zucchinis. Put a few more in here than before. Need good zucchinis. Where do these ones come from? And some carrots. Again, the other way. And these noodles are a little big for this pan. So we got to cut them in half. Okay, I'm adding more spinach. And as I said, I'm doing this not necessarily because I think I'm a great cook and these are wonderful recipes. I'm doing this because, for one, I'm learning how to use this camera. Like the battery just ran out of it. I'm learning how long it takes for the battery to last before it runs out. And I have to eat. So this guarantees me having a good meal. All right. Sauce. And I don't think it really makes much difference what order you put this together in. In fact, I don't think it matters if it's really even layered. I think you could put this all in one big bowl and cook it, and it would be great. No, I forgot to. Yeah, I'm messing this up because I forgot to put the veggies on here. I'm gonna do that now. The reason I have such a huge pile of carrots is that I tried to video cutting up the carrots and the camera kept shutting off for some reason. I don't know what I was doing. Something I think with the Wi-Fi. It's got Wi-Fi built into it, and I wasn't really good with it. I want a good layer. I want a complete layer. I don't want to be worrying about things not coming together the way they should. All right. Put the spinach on, rub it around, get it everywhere. Now the cheese. And I'm just throwing this on here and then spreading it out. All right, I used it all. So now the last of the sauce, I'm going to put some sauce on top just because I have it left over. Technically, the cheese should be the last thing on top. I think I'll sprinkle some Parmesan on top. All right, there it is. Where's the Parmesan? Let's add a little of the finest Parmesan to the top. So there it is. It weighs about 5 pounds. I'm gonna put it in the oven in the middle on the top. And then to catch any drips, we're gonna put a cookie sheet under it with some aluminum foil on it. Clean the cookie sheet too. And as you can see, I have carrots left over, I have zucchini left over. I'll put those into a bowl and use it as a salad. I like that kind of a salad. So I don't really like green lettuce, but I could go out and get some lettuce or some romaine and make that into a nice salad. So that's what I'll do with that. All right, so that's the preparation. Now let's see what comes out of the oven. This video may never get made. Well, learning the new camera and audio system, I just figured out that the mic turns off after about 30 minutes of recording. So I've lost my audio, but here is the lasagna coming out of the oven. And it is incredibly good. It's bubbly hot right there. We take a knife and cut a little corner off and put it on a plate. And it is well cooked as far as the zucchini and mushrooms and cheeses and everything. Everything is fantastic. It was in there just about 50 minutes, maybe a little longer. And it came out great. I'm going to try a little taste of it here. See how it really came. Doesn't that look good? Ugh. It was fantastic though. This is actually my third taste. The first one was too hot to talk or get close to the camera. I don't know why you want to see me eat this, but I don't know. This is what they do on the TV. So it is good. The everything is nice and soft and just like regular lasagna. The carrots did not cook quite as much as I thought they would. They're a little on the crunchy side, but they were really great. So anyways, folks, I'm headed to the Tampa RV show. Hope you enjoy this. I probably won't have a video next week unless I put in something short for a special cook. But stay tuned. We'll be back to camping and RVing and RV shows. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you would, and give me a thumbs up below. Bye-bye.